Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another action figure review. More so, I wanted to call this a quick look. I just got these bad boys in the mail a couple of days ago, and I thought they were kind of cool, so I wanted to talk about them right quick. So these are the four horsemen, mythic legions. We have Sir Elijah here, and then we have Maxillius, the harvester. Now, Maxillius here, according to the bio, it says that he is the guy that you see before you see death. You know, his job is to come and gather all the souls and put them in a field for the Reaper to come and change their souls and stuff. Apparently, he's pretty strong and he's taken down many armies and stuff. I bought this figure right here because this isn't his original look. It actually comes with this other head. These pieces are wired, by the way. I thought that was really cool. The sleeves are wired. This part down here is tethered, but it's not wired. And you got the string right there. Of course, you do have the skeleton body underneath. Lots of shade and stuff, a little wash going on with that. I like the detail for the bones. The feet looks pretty cool too. It's got some holes in the bottom of the feet. I'm not sure if Mythic's Four Horsemen's done that before in the past, but I'm okay with it. It's not too bad. But yeah, he comes with an alternate head. The original head he comes with straight out of the package, which is this head right here actually. Looks kind of like a xenomorph a little bit. You got the nice, beautiful details for the head. Lots of aged lines and stuff. His teeth look really good. Oh, that focus is going out. Come on, focus. Do your job today, buddy. Do your job. Yeah, look at those teeth. You know, focus is just killing me. But yeah, I like this head too. When that comes with him straight out of the package. Sorry, I had to get everything situated for a second. There's no hinge on the jaw, which is okay, I guess. I'm not going to stress it too much. And then he does have some decent little. Let me remove this sickle scythe piece right quick. Yeah, the scythe does have a little bit of flex to it. Take a look at that right quick. It's just a slight flex. I wouldn't go around trying to bend it, but I love the wear. Lots of wear and grime. This weapon looks like it's been used plenty of times. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like the indentation, the scratches and stuff. It looks really nice. You have the wood piece. You can get that focus in there. Like got a wash on that. Nice little details. I've never seen anyone actually hold the scythe like this, but you do have a handle and you can grip it. And then it's got a little curve to it. I really like the scythe. That's pretty cool. And we'll just take a quick look at what kind of things this guy can do. I think that Mythic Legion's Four Horsemen, they stepped up their articulation. I'm not sure if this is one of the updated bodies or not, but he looks up an okay amount. It's not the worst. For a skeleton, it's not too bad. So lots of rotation on his parts, lots of moving parts. The joints are really stiff. They do suggest to heat him up. See, he's got a little. I'm not going to remove his whole outfit, but you can see sometimes the arms kind of catch up against these rib cages right there. But the body does have a slight squish to it, slight squish. Yeah, you do have a rotation right there, and it looks like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it looks like maybe the range is slightly more than as far as like the other figures I have compared to the other ones I have. And then of course he's got one of his accessories, which is his pointing hand. I don't think this comes on him straight out the package. Got a hinge and rotation right there. Nice details for that hand. Oh, and this other half of his body just dropped. Fingers do have a slight flex to it. Guess while we're at it, we'll take a look under the, whatever you call these things, robe, uh, death kit outfit. Yeah, it's a real, real frumpy under here. It's a little hard for me to get to this on camera, but yeah, you do have all that detail right there under there, so that's pretty cool. And I just grabbed the bottom piece right quick. put it onto the body, it actually feels like it's a rubber type of bendable material, but it's not. But like once I heated these pieces up, like his whole body kind of became really, really soft. It's harder now, of course, but yeah, his whole body was kind of pliable, I guess. And I'll just throw these on right quick. Sorry about that. I had to clip it. My phone was ringing. But yeah, we'll take a quick look at the rest of his articulation. So he does go down a pretty decent amount, actually. And it's on that ball post. I'm sure you guys seen it. There's no additional joint at the neck. He does get a decent amount of attitude. That's not too bad right there. I'll take it. Get a little bit of your Horatio moment right there. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll take it. The arms are really stiff. You do want to be careful, and you also want to be mindful of where that joint actually hinges. So occasionally you probably will have to pull up his sleeves a little bit just to make sure you're moving it right, because it is pretty stiff. There we go. See, you can get his arms up. I think you may even be able to get it up further than that, but I had one of my previous Mythic Legions figures actually snapped on me, so now I'm definitely trying to be a little more careful with how I go about his movements and such. But I will say, I think I'm not sure if these are the new bodies that everybody was talking about Mythic Legions were doing, but I did definitely notice he's got more of an ab crunch actually. Oop, pop it out. So I mean, you can't really tell too much with this garment on. But look at that side to side. Once you get it in hand, it actually feels like it moves better than it appears on camera. This is a really cool figure. I do like him a lot. And he actually gets some really good range at those legs too. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not loose. It hasn't gotten loose on me yet. And then you do have, it looks like the knee range is slightly increased. I'm hoping eventually, and it looks like you could actually put a double joint right there, but no, no. Those are some really nice details though. These look great. Yeah, so it looks like you could have put a double joint right there, but I don't know. The range on this foot seems to get, what am I trying to say? He seems to do more than the other figures I have. So it looks like they're definitely stepping up their game as far as articulation goes. Definitely some nice movement right there at those ankles as well. So that's really nice. And he does have a full split. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a thigh swivel. I would have liked that if he came with a thigh swivel. And this torso doesn't pop off as easy as it appears. Like, I don't know, maybe I have some clothes kind of in the way or something. But yeah, you get the full splits, no thigh swivel, unfortunately. I would have liked it if they did that. And of course, you do have a shin swivel, so that is awesome. And now we're going to take a. Oh, am I doing this right? I'm going to have to cut this out. Oh, see, I almost rotated it the wrong way. You would have heard that snap live. So we're going to get this guy in a neutral stance real quick. He looks like a dead monk right there. And we're going to go over the rest of his accessories. So this part right here actually goes on his back. Very interesting design. It's like made out of bones and look like you got some feathers down here too. Nice wash for that. Incredible sculpting details. And everything actually has a flex to it. I wouldn't go around trying to, alter the shape of this ring right here, but the bones and everything, it does have a little bit of a flex to it. So a little harder when it gets to the middle. And you put this piece on his back. There's some holes right here. I like his hood too. Kind of curves out like that what's that guy's name from Scream? But yeah, I needed me a death looking figure, and I've been wanting one for a minute. So it was a no-brainer to get this figure. Might have to pause this for a second while I assemble this properly. So this is what he looks like with this piece on. It looks pretty cool on him. I like that. Interesting. Looks like some type of uh freaking boss, of the underworld. So like he the one to be calling out shots, but yeah, he does answer to somebody. But as you can imagine, it does kind of hinder the arm movement a lot. You can't get him out that much after you put these pieces on, but it holds really well. So you just gotta. There's a torso again. Just to cover the rest of his articulation, he does go back a pretty good amount, even with this piece on. I think that's actually as far as it's going to go without it as well. So that's pretty cool. Arms probably go up about that much because of this piece right there. And of course, the sleeves are wired, so I think that's really nice. And then he comes with this piece right here. When I first got it, I didn't really know where I was supposed to put it. Okay, now this guy's kind of flopping. Now, one thing I will notice, well, I have noticed actually, is it's kind of tricky to balance them sometimes. Like the ankles could be a little bit tighter, so after a while they kind of fall off. But those are some really nice details right there. Bones that look like the bottom of a pelvic area right there. Yeah, and they say when you hear the clattering of bones from his necklace, then you know he's coming. You got a real chain right here, so that's nice. And then these other pieces are actually sculpted. So this piece does have a flex because of the soft plastic, but I would not. There isn't. I don't believe the loop actually runs all the way through. So you do want to be mindful about that. Then we have the back up it right here. Yeah, these pieces that kind of stick out just a little bit. You want to be careful with these pieces. But yeah, after looking at the package, it appears that this goes right around his neck. So look like that. And that's pretty cool too. Now it looks like he casts spells and stuff. And then when you remove everything, it looks like he's like the Grim Reaper. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. The point hands, he does have an alternate side. The hinge goes up and down. And then he has his gripping hands here. He has an alternate side for that one as well. And those go whatever was the opposite of the first one I said. I'd say in and out and then up and down for this side. And then of course you have your alternate hands right there. It doesn't grip his accessories shaft part of it. It doesn't grip it as well as I would like him to. So, and then the last accessory he comes with would be his hourglass right here, which is done really nice. I really like the details to it. Lots of sculpted lines and details and rust. I really like the way this looks. It's got a real chain link right here. And then you have the handle here, right? So I like this. You can kind of wiggle it back and forth, adjust it. So I think that's pretty cool. This does have a little bit of a flex to it. I wouldn't do anything like this though. And this piece right here, it looks like when you don't have the lights on it, it looks almost like there's sand that's supposed to be falling through it to the bottom. But it's actually souls that are inside of these globes here. So I think that is kind of cool. I like that idea right there. As you can see, he does hold it. It's a loose fit, but you can do what you need with it. So I think that's really cool. And that's it for your boy here, Maxillius, the Harvester. And now we're going to take a look at Sir Elijah. Now, Sir Elijah, what it says on the bios, he grew up on a farm and then he had exceptional skills. He was recruited to join the Templars. It doesn't explain why he gets the alternate skull face, but I guess that's in case you want to army build. And I really like the chainmail. Like when you can run your fingers through it, it feels like almost like you're feeling really real chainmail, so I think that's really nice. Lots of beautiful detail with that. The skull looks really good too. His teeth, he looks very gruesome, and the hollowness inside of his eyes, I think that's really cool too. The rest of his suit, most of it, I think, is just kind of like a remix of the original Templars that they released. I think the armor is a little different. I'll have to go and double check that later on. It does have a little bit of a flex to it. As usual, it plugs in onto the figure's back. I do like the gold accents. I think those look really nice. You do have a rotation here at the elbow as well as at the gauntlet. So I think that's really cool. Of course, you have, it's like this one gets the up and down. Can I see that? Yep, this one gets the up and down hinge. It's a little limited due to the wrist armor, but he does get the up and down with that one. And then the other hand looks like the same thing. Get you up and down with that one as well. Actually, no, sorry, yeah, this one actually has the down and up. Sword details look pretty cool too. Nice dry brushing on it. Sword does have a little bit of a flex to it as well. And nothing disconnects like some of the other accessories that Four Horsemen likes to include. Nothing disconnects to attach to his hand. But yeah, this figure looks really cool. Got the chainmail down there too as well. These straps, this, what is it, mandolier, whatever you call these things. It does have a little bit of a flex to it, so you can get it around his neck. Got a sheath right here, which it holds his sword decently, but I mean, if you start wiggling it and turn it upside down, it's down to fall out. So you do want to be mindful of that. You don't want to break anything or lose anything. But yeah, not too shabby. I like that. As you can tell, he has soft garments, which is the main reason I wanted to get this figure. And the other main reason why I wanted to get him actually is because the original face, as you can see, this piece swaps out. Let's see if I can kind of get that on camera. The piece does, oh, and I dropped it. This is what the inside of it looks like right here, and this is actually the original face that it comes with. Now, I have a big gripe with this face because it seems a little big, in my opinion, Lauren. Seems a little big, in my opinion. The head looks a little oversized. I think the face is, it takes up more of this armor hood than the actual skull does. So I do wish that the faces, this regular face, was a little smaller. But I do like the detail for it. Lots of shading detail for it. Yeah, he looks alright. It's just his face is, I believe his face is oversized. So that is definitely unfortunate. So because of that, and that was the reason why I bought this figure initially, was because of the swap out face. They have a brother who was a Templar. That's kind of cool. And they say he's a messenger. He delivers important messages. Nice little wires here for the bottom of his Templar outfit. There's a slight puncture mark. I can highlight that right quick on a T. So that is unfortunate. Not sure how that happened. But yeah, it's nice fabric though. He moves really well in it. No problems with that. These little pieces down here are all wired. The wire is decent. You get some range with that. Nice little movement, and then he also has a wire in the back for both of these pieces. So that's cool as well. Sword on the sheath clips into the strap on his back. And then you have this other weapon right here. I'm not sure exactly what this one's called. You can loop it onto the other harness he has. And that looks cool. Nothing disconnects. Got a little bit of detail for that too. Yeah, and I just like the color of his armor too. It's like it seems like there's either green or blue inside of the armor. for the mix for the paint, and I really like that. Got some silver applications too, kind of break up the sculpt a little bit, the color. So I think that's nice. Yeah, nice little detail. I love it. These flaps over here do have a softness to it, so I think that's pretty cool. But I think he gets about the same range as the other Templars that I have. So hopefully one of these days, Four Horsemen, they'll kind of move on and kind of evolve their things into a double joint. But it's not the worst thing I've ever messed around with. Nice details for the bottom of the feet. That looks really nice too. See the silver paint right there for the buttons. I like that. Minimal detail. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And of course, Store Horsemen. Why do you call them Store Horsemen? That's the name of their website, where I got this from. But Four Horsemen are known for some really good ankles. And they did not skimp out on the range for that. So that's really nice. And this figure is not floppy, so I'd say the quality is pretty good. He does get his splits, so I think that's really nice. Of course, you can get the legs back. And then I'd say he has a pretty good or a decent torso. They're definitely stepping it up when it comes to their torsos. Let me move this camera back a little bit. Yeah, they're definitely stepping it up. I really like the way these figures move now, so I think that's really nice. This cloth piece right here, I think it's actually 2 pieces. So I think the bottom is possible that it might be a separate piece from the top, because you see that part right there looks like the end. So you do want to be mindful about that. Might have to pull up over this armor piece that goes around his waist. Other than that though, you do get a little bit of rotation to it, these armor pieces. This one feels like it's coming out a little bit. But it does rotate just a little bit. Get his arms up to about that much when you have the armor on. Single joints at the elbows. That's not too shabby. I like that. I'll take that. There's no swivel at the bicep, but you do get a swivel right there. I didn't mention that already. And you do get a thigh swivel for this figure, so that's pretty cool. You get movement right there as well. So yeah, pretty good movement for Sir Elijah here. And then I wanted to take a look at the rest of his accessories that he comes with. So he also comes with an additional head sculpt. I can get this guy situated. Pop this head off. That's what that looks like. As you can see, it's a hinge on it. You do get a rotation right there as well. You got a ball on top. And for whatever reason, I guess to army build or something, I'm not sure exactly, but they included another one. So either way, I appreciate that. You also get a clamp, which attaches to his wrist for his shield. And this piece right here, this handle, actually comes out. If you wanted to swap it on and just fit it just like that. I'm not going to do it right now, but you get the drift. Then you have this piece right here, which can go right inside of his hand. And I just dropped something again. Not a bad grip. So I think that works out pretty well. And then you also get 2 additional grip hands here. I kind of wish that they would have just included one set that was universal for both weapons that he can hold, and they included another type of hand, like maybe some fist hands or something. I know they have these accessory packs, so I'm anxious to get my hands on one of those. You got some texture right there too. This belt looks awesome. That looks really nice. I love that texture and that shading. Loop's got a little flex to it too. And then the last accessory that he comes with is going to be the armor. Templar head. If you look really close, I don't know if there's something in there. Looks like it's just paint or something, some sculpted lines. You don't see a man in there. But look at this helmet. I love it. This looks great. I like how that red just kind of breaks up the whole outfit. The little pendant looking piece right here. Yeah, this is a really nice looking helmet. Really cool. Now just pop this on real quick. I think I'm definitely probably not going to display the regular face that he comes with on my shelf, unfortunately. I would have liked to have, but it's just kind of awkward to me. Like, it's just a big head. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but when you put it on the body, it just seems so big. But yeah, this armored face helmet is really cool. I like that as well. So yeah, these figures come with a decent spread of accessories, and they were only like maybe what 40 something dollars, I think, shipped. So yeah, I'm not heavy into like the D&D and role play and all that stuff, but the time that these figures are from, I always found it to be interesting. You can't go wrong with a death type of figure. So I think for the look for these figures, I don't know, it's not really much I can really complain about. I think I'd give them probably a 10, honestly. As far as the articulation, there are a couple points that could be better. Elbows could have used a little bit more work, but they are getting much better when it comes to the articulation of the torso. So yeah, he does have this other dagger piece, and it just dropped something else. So yeah, when you put everything on, it gets really cumbersome trying to move it around. But yeah, he does have this dagger piece right here. As you can see, you can fit his swords and his other weapons in these little loops that's on his belt. It holds okay. Then you have the dagger here. Let me just try to adjust my focus. Got a whole bunch of detail to it, but I like that they included that as well. Let's just try to get real dynamic. See, yeah, he definitely has some good range though too at the head. A little bit of tilt. That's actually a pretty decent amount of tilt for this big, cumbersome looking piece that sits on top of his neck. That's a pretty good amount of tilt. And then get him down looking a decent amount too. Yeah, so for the accessories, I think if they would have came with like maybe this hands, more hand options, that would have been pretty good. I would have liked that a little bit more. But as is for the price, I think that I'll give the Templar guy, Sir Elijah, I'll give him a 9. Just wish he had more hands. And then as far as Mr. Death over here, I'm gonna give this guy for his accessories. Honestly, I'm gonna give him probably a 8.9. The accessories look really cool, but I just wish you had more hand options. But I think the main hands that you would want him to have, like the pointing finger, he comes with 2 of those. So I definitely appreciate that. That would have definitely brought the fun factor down if he had he not come with any pointing hands. But yeah, I'll give his accessories an 8.9. For the look, as I mentioned, I'm gonna give both of these guys. I guess I'm gonna give him a 10. There's nothing I can really complain about. Actually, I'm gonna do a 9.5 because it would have been cool if there was some more rust applications on this guy's armor. But you know what? I think I'm gonna give him Maximilius, the Harvester. I'm gonna give him a 10 for his look. He's got a great deal of detail. It gets really tricky trying to balance these guys sometimes. Like they always seem to fall over. So there is that. And as far as the articulation, I think I'm going to give both of them, because their range is pretty similar. So I'm going to give both of them I'd say an 8.9. I mean, they move pretty good. They move pretty good. And for the final score, I think that I'm going to give these guys a 9. These are awesome figures. I'm glad I got them. I didn't get a chance to take many photos. Honestly, I'll put a couple things at the end, but mainly I just wanted to get these out, get some more content out there. I know I've been dragging my feet a lot. But yeah, y'all, that's the video. I'd love a like. If not, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Almost forgot the size comparison. So we do have them next to another figure from the Four Horsemen. I cannot remember her name at the moment. But yeah, that's the size comparison for her. And then over here we have the NECA Creep Show. And then next we have the Playmatia, I think it's pronounced. Guts. And then we have the original Templar Knight. As you can see, the new guy, Sir Elijah, stands a little bit taller, at least by his helmet. But I just wanted to see their armor real quick up close. So it is a different shade. I don't know, it's like a blue or something in Sir Elijah's armor. He definitely looks more official, like he's of a higher authority in the scheme of things. So yeah, that's the size comparison for that. And lastly, we got him next to your Kotobukiya Zero Model Kit. Alright, y'all. Peace.